Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. Today, we're going to talk a bit about kindness and how it actually boosts both your health and your happiness. Some of you know that I've been vegan for almost 45 years, and there's lots of reasons to be vegan. It's friendly to the animals, to the planet, to your health, but I also feel like it's a very kind way to eat. My guests today are Ariana Kurpad. She is in a contest, a national speech contest. And if you can help her out by voting for her, it could mean all the difference to the world. Because even though you may not have heard of her yet, you might have heard of her mother because her mother is a plant-based gastroenterologist. And us plant peeps, we got to support each other. So we are going to show you the speech. It's very short to see how great it is, but we're going to tell you a little bit about how it came to be. So please welcome Ariana Kurpad and Dr. Sarina Pasricha. It's so nice to, well, I'm meeting Ariana for the first time, but I know you because you were in the GI Health Summit and you were awesome.
Chef AJ, we love you. Thank you so much for having us on. It's nice to be back and talk a little bit. And I'm excited. My daughter is here, Ariana. And so she will talk to you a little bit about kindness, but just to kind of summarize, what we really need is your support and help. She is a finalist in a national kindness speech competition. And so she wrote and delivered a 2-minute kindness speech. That's something that we value a lot in our family and our home, and we hope to spread kindness to lots of people. And so she is one of the top 7 finalists in the country. And as of now, she's in the lead, but it's a very, very close race. So we really, really need everybody to vote. We'll include the link. But if you watch her speech, you like it, you can vote every day until June 17th. That's this Friday. And I'll let her talk a little bit about why she felt like it was important to do this kind of speech and what kind of got her interested in it. And then I'll hop back on and you and I, we can chat about some of the health benefits of kindness, because it doesn't just feel good, it's actually physically good for our bodies.
I heard, I don't know where I heard this, but that even if people watch somebody doing a good deed, it like boosts their chemicals that make
yes, it's all the neurotransmitters and the chemicals, and so we'll talk about that, and because it has a profound impact on our brain, our gut, how we feel. Kindness is surprisingly super important for our health. So
yeah, then why are so many people so mean?
Well, they haven't watched the show yet.
Very great. Well, Ariana, they say that the number one fear in the world is public speaking. So how were you able to write a speech and deliver it so eloquently?
Well, I wasn't nervous, and I just practiced a lot, and I just put all the nervous out of my mind, and I just did it.
That's fantastic. Did you have any training in school or any classes that helped you either write the speech or deliver it?
Not really.
Well, you did a great job. We're going to play it for everybody as soon as we're sure more people are logged on. What's harder, the writing of the speech or the delivering of the speech?
I would say the delivering, because I have to get all those hand motions, and I have to say the right emphasis. And
I know they say you should never ask a woman her age, but if it's okay, I'd like to know how old you are.
I'm 8 years old and turning 9.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it. So let's see. I want to make sure there's enough people here watching, and it can also watch the replay. So I think I'll play the little speech, little meaning that it's short. So I'm going to just share my screen. Let me pull it up. It's very nice, and I love it.
Or if you want, Chef AJ, do you want her to talk a little bit about why she did the kind of speech?
Sure, I would love to know why you did it. Actually,
why I did this, because I don't like to see people suffer due to COVID, hunger, war, and so many other reasons. So I wanted to spread the message that we all can be kind. It doesn't matter how old you are or young. You can do it whenever you want.
wow, that's so cool. What do you want people to learn about kindness?
I want people to learn that you're never too young to be kind and that kindness comes from the heart. And it's like when someone gives you $20, you feel happy. And you can buy that for yourself and feel happy. But if you give it to someone else or buy something for someone else, then you feel happy and they feel happy.
Nice. Very well. You say you're never too young to be kind. You're probably never too old to be kind either.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. What are some examples of acts of kindness young people can do?
They can say thank you, smile, make a thank you card, make friendship bracelets to people in kindness, and you can give care packages. And I make some care packages, and they have socks, some toothbrush, a toothpaste, and some other items they might need.
That's so nice. And you find places like to distribute them in your community?
Yeah. We find places to donate them to people in need.
That's so nice. What about bullying? Because that's not kind.
Yeah, that's not kind. It's not a nice thing to do to people because you feel bad and then the other people feel bad.
What are they doing anything about it? Like, I don't know if it happens in your school.
And you have to be courage because sometimes it's hard being kind, but you have to be courageous to do it.
That's great. I love it. And how can we help you promote your message?
To vote, please vote for me. It ends this Friday, and I really need all the votes I can get. So share with your family and friends.
What happens if you win?
Then I get $500, and what I'll do with those $500, I'll give school supplies to people who need them, like crayons, colored pencils, backpacks, and I'm making friendship bracelets to the people in the hospital.
That's so nice. Well, where did you learn to be kind? Is it something you learned that you were just born being kind, or did you learn it from your parents or your teachers?
I think all of us have like kindness in us, and we just learn how to be kind because it feels good.
Is this something that's just in your area, or is this like a national contest?
It's the national contest.
Wow. And do you have to be a certain age to be a participant?
You can be 5 to 18.
Wow. So you're competing against 18-year-olds. That's amazing. So why don't I show your speech now? It's only 2 minutes long. Would that be all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me first get the sound on. I just got a little things to do here. I'm not the best with screen share, but I think I'm going to make it work. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now I got to maximize it. I want to do it right. Here we go, everybody.
Hi, I'm Ariyanas Kurpad. Kindness is important because with the small acts of kindness, we can create a huge tsunami that will make the world better. Imagine a community with mean people and bullies. How would we feel? Lonely and sad? Not a fun life. Then imagine a community with kind people. How would we feel? Joyful and excited, and we can have lots of fun. I am just an 8-year-old. Can I create this change? I believe we can create such a world. It might not be easy, but it's possible. We are never too young to be kind. As Mahatma Gandhi said, we must be the change we wish to see in the world. So I create a simple kindness plan called CARE. C, community. Kindness begins at home. I help my grandmother in the kitchen. Also, I give several hundred backpacks to children in need. You can try this too. It's a lot of fun. A, action with affection. I help my younger sisters put on their shoes and share my toys with them. I am kind to them with affection. R, respect. I respect my classmates by listening to them and by making sure nobody's left out when we play. E, encouragement. When my friends win, I congratulate them. If they lose, I encourage them. Win or lose, we have fun. Sometimes being kind is hard. It takes a lot of courage, but I choose to be kind. Kindness is a beautiful gift we give to others and also to ourselves. So I invite each one of us to become a brave kindness warrior and change the world.
Aww. Stop share. Just give me a second. That was amazing. It's not my first time seeing it, but it's my first time seeing it on such a big screen. Stop. Wow, your mom you must be so proud that you did such a good job, but so must your mother. I'm going to make a guess here that pink is your favorite color.
Yeah, pink and purple.
I think so, because I see a lot of it in your videos and in you in person. That was just really beautiful. Let's see if anybody has some comments about it. Now that you've seen the speech, you guys, yes, Amy says, and she wants to donate her prize. She's amazing. I'm so impressed. And that's so cool. And Susanna says, I love this. We all have kindness in all of us. Well, great. If you really like it, then hey, vote, because you can do it every 24 hours. And wouldn't it be great if one of our plant-based peeps won? Yeah, I don't know, you're kind of young. I mean, you're 8, but I find that people that don't eat animals are often kinder than people that do.
Yeah.
That's just what I've noticed. And I don't know if your mom has any research on that, Susie says, pretty girl, pretty words. Yep. And Gina says, bravo. And Amy says, a beautiful and an inspiring speech. Yeah, you did it very well. Very, very good job. I'm sure your teacher, everybody is impressed. And your mom, you're pretty too, Mama.
Oh, well, must be all that plant-based eating.
No, I mean, your skin, your makeup, you look beautiful. I don't know if
ran out the door from doing procedures and colonoscopies and endoscopies. So I'm just glad that I made it.
Well, I know that I've interviewed you for the GI Health Summit, but I didn't even realize till today you've never really been on my show. So you have to come back just on talking about GI health and things like that. But I know that as a doctor, that there are benefits to being kind, and we'd love to know what some of those are. So it just doesn't seem like natural to some people.
That's a really good point, and we talk about this a lot at home too, that kindness is within each of us, and all of us have kindness, but we need to practice it regularly so that it becomes a habit, like all things. If we practice it regularly, then that's when it becomes part of our nature. And there are so many health benefits of being kind. So, I am a plant-based gastroenterologist. So I always like to tie it back to the gut and the gut microbiome. And we have trillions of bacteria living in our GI tract. Everybody does, these invisible bacteria. And, we are learning so much about them every day. We know we have good bacteria and we have bad bacteria. And the more good bacteria we have, the more variety we have, we know that we have lower chances of chronic inflammatory diseases. If we have healthy gut bacteria, we are more likely to be healthy and have less chance for heart disease, cancer, inflammatory bowel disease, lung issues, arthritis. And I usually talk to my patients and my friends about the importance of what we eat in shaping that gut microbiome. That's super important. We're all eating multiple meals a day, pounds of food. And the best thing we can do in terms of the foods that we eat is to eat a plant-based diet. Eat a diet that is rich in fruit, vegetables, fiber, and reduce as much as possible processed foods, refined sugar, meat, dairy, because those things can really worsen our gut microbiome. So if we want to live a healthy life, first and foremost, let's eat healthy. But interestingly, in addition to the food, there are other things that we can do to create a healthy microbiome. Kindness is one of them. There was a research study that showed that people who are more compassionate, more caring, more considerate, practice more kindness, that influenced their gut microbiome. They had more healthy gut microbes. They had more diversity. Diversity is really key when we're talking about being healthy and having a healthy gut microbiome. So those people who are kind and take care of others, they're actually likely to be healthier themselves. And studies have also shown that those people who are kind or do service projects and help other people regularly, they have less inflammation, likely because of the gut microbiome, but also less arthritis, less joint pain. They're likely to live longer. And, I think when we think about what's the goal for a lot of us, we all want to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And the best way to do that and to live that like robust lifestyle and to really thrive is to take care of our gut microbiome and our health. So we can do it with food, but we can do it with kindness. And that's because, like we were talking about, is that kindness impacts a lot of neurochemicals and neurotransmitters. So one of the most important ones that has been shown in research studies is oxytocin. Okay, oxytocin is a hormone that is considered a love hormone. Actually, after you have a baby and a newborn, you have a lot of oxytocin. So when babies nurse and they do skin to skin, they know how to nurse because they're smelling you and they're smelling that oxytocin, and that's how you get that bond. So that baby bond when children are born is because of oxytocin. And we know that when we are kind, we have higher levels of oxytocin. So not only does it feel good to be kind, it feels good because our hormones are changing. And when we have higher levels of oxytocin, so again, that's like the love hormone. Some people even call it the cuddle hormone because it makes you feel so warm. And that's the connection hormone as well. Like it makes you feel connected to people. So when you have higher levels of oxytocin, you also, it releases nitric oxide. So when nitric oxide is released, the blood vessels in our system dilate and it lowers blood pressure. So being kind through oxytocin is cardioprotective. Just, isn't that amazing? Like, being kind impacts and it makes us feel love and happiness, but it's also really impacting our heart and our heart health, and it's protecting our heart.
Wow.
So I find that really fascinating. It does a lot of other things as well. When we are kind, we have higher levels of serotonin. Now, when people are depressed and sad, they have lower levels of serotonin. So serotonin is the happy hormone. And serotonin is produced in the gut. So it all comes back to the gut, but when we're kind, we have higher levels of serotonin. So it's in essence, it's an antidepressant. Like you can't, right? Like you can't feel sad and lonely and depressed if you're thinking about other people, if you're helping other people, right? Like, how do you feel when you are kind to others?
You feel good, and the other person that you're being kind to also feels good.
So it's, it boosts the serotonin, it boosts oxytocin. It's just such an important thing for us to do. I think people don't realize that it can lower your inflammation in your body. It can increase your lifespan. So not only when you're kind, you're going to live longer. So you actually have more chance to help other people. So it's like a huge cycle that you can help. But, it is a habit. It takes practice. And one of the things that we talk about at home, my daughter, Ariana, and my other daughter, who's not here right now, but Milana, she's 6. They're starting an organization, and they're really going to launch this summer called Plant Powered Children. Because why is that? Like, there are many ways to be kind, right? How can we be kind?
You can be kind by helping someone out, by holding the door for someone.
So some of the things are, you can be kind to other people.
Yeah.
That's really important. You can also be kind to the environment, right?
Yeah, by like not eating meat because that meat is from the animals and that kills the animals, and we like animals, so we shouldn't eat meat.
So exactly. So we can be kind by taking care and protecting our animals and eating healthy and trying to really minimize and eliminate animal products. We can be good to our environment by recycling and composting and changing lowering the electricity, turning the lights off in our house. We're always trying to do what we can for the environment. And then also, like, let's not forget that we have to be kind to ourselves, right?
Yeah, you have to be kind to yourselves because you have to first be kind to yourselves, and then you can help other people be kind. You can be kind to other people.
I just realized something. It doesn't cost anything to be kind.
Yeah, it doesn't, because you can be kind whenever and it doesn't cost anything.
And it's contagious.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
It's a good type of contagious. You want this illness. You want that kindness bug in you and to be excited to help other people, right?
Yeah.
In fact, some people call it a kindness chain. When you get something and you feel good and you feel kind, you can spread it to other people and feel kind, and it kind of goes in a circle.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that if we're friendly, our gut bacteria are friendly.
That's the thing. It all does come back to that, because we know that our mood really impacts our GI tract and the gut microbiome. There is something called the brain-gut axis. So how our gut microbiome is and what's going on in there, it's going to impact our mood, our brain, the neurotransmitters and neurochemicals. You can't avoid that. And also, like, when we feel good in our brain and we feel happy, that impacts our gut microbiome. So we always talk that it's like, my two daughters are really close. Well, I have three daughters, but they're all really close and they're always talking back and forth all the time. And that's kind of the brain gut connection. Think of that as your relationship with your friends and your family. It's always in communication. So if you want to live a healthy life, there are many ways to do it, but one of the easiest ways is to be kind. Like you said, it doesn't cost anything. It's contagious. And some people, I talk to a lot of people who are trying to make dietary changes. That takes a lot of effort to make those changes. Being kind is so simple and easy. One of the things we also do is we keep a gratitude journal. And we write down like all the things that we are thankful for. And studies have shown that just being appreciative and thankful for the little things that happen in our day makes a huge impact on how we feel and our health. So there's a lot to this positive psychology that matters.
Ariana, Kathy wants to know, did you design your t-shirt?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's perfect for your what you're doing. Oh, Dr. Pasricha, we got you a patient. Roseanne says, I can't wait to meet Dr. Pasricha. I have to schedule a colonoscopy. Didn't know that a plant-based doctor was near me.
Awesome. That's so exciting. I will be happy to see you.
Yeah, you're in Delaware, right?
I am in Delaware, yes. So I'm happy to, I don't see patients necessarily like virtually, kind of have to come locally, but we're not that far. So I'd love to see people. I love talking to them about their health and getting them to feel better. And, whatever we can do as a physician, whatever I can do to help people feel healthier, happier is great. And I'm here for that. So.
You know what I'm wondering, if something is true, often the opposite is also true. So if kindness has all these health benefits, I'm guessing being unkind, being angry all the time, yelling, that would probably not be good for people's health either.
Nope, not at all. And in fact, when we are anxious, stressed, worried, depressed, unhappy, we have really high levels of cortisol. That's that stress hormone. And when we have high levels of stress and cortisol, that's when you can get what is often known in the lay public as leaky gut. And what happens is we all have a really thin layer in our GI tract that is there to protect all the bacteria and all the harmful things from our gut from getting into our body and into our bloodstream. And so when we're stressed or we have high levels of cortisol, those connections that are supposed to be really tight, those tight junctions, they kind of loosen and weaken. And that allows viruses, bacteria, pathogens to go back and forth. And that creates harmful gut microbiome, harmful bacteria, and can lead to all these issues like cancer, inflammatory bowel disease, lung disease, heart disease, arthritis. And so the opposite is true. Just by being kind, cortisol levels will decrease. And it doesn't take a lot to lower those cortisol levels. Simple acts of kindness will make a difference. And interesting, research shows that you don't need to do these grand gestures to get these health benefits and to get all this, the increase in serotonin, the increase in oxytocin, the decrease in cortisol. Small acts can make a difference. You're going to get those same hormone changes, whether you do like grand gestures or small gestures. It's just the act of being altruistic, kind, caring for someone other than yourself, caring for yourself, caring for animals. Those acts will change your hormones that have an impact on the cellular level of your DNA, of your gut microbiome. Sometimes it's hard to understand it because we can't see those things, right? Like we can't see the gut microbiome, we can't see it. So you sometimes might wonder, is this really making a difference? But thankfully we have a lot of research studies coming out, and it does make a huge difference. Being compassionate for animals, for people, for others is only good. And we can all use more, I think, compassion and kindness in our lives.
Amen to that, especially right now. Ariana, other than being kind, what do you like to do for fun? And do you have any favorite subjects in school?
My favorite subject in school is reading, and I like to play with my friends and make friendship bracelets.
What is a friendship bracelet? Do you have one to show?
No. One kind is a rubber band friendship bracelet, and another kind is where you use string. And you can make all different types. There's so many different types.
That's very cool. It's kind of like arts and crafts. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, if you come back on the show, maybe you could teach us how to do it.
Yeah.
One thing we love doing is also cooking.
Yes.
And cooking vegan food, plant-based food. So maybe one day we can come back and we can make some of our healthy foods. What have we made recently that you liked?
Tahini cookies.
Tahini cookies.
And
vegan chocolate mousse.
Smoothies.
Soups.
What's your favorite thing that mom makes for the family?
You might want to ask, what's the favorite thing my mother, their grandmother makes? Because she does a lot of the cooking. We learn from her.
I like the smoothies.
Really? That's so interesting. But what about dinner foods? Like, does your grandma or mom cook anything in the Instant Pot?
We do a lot of the Instant Pot. We do a lot of eggplant soups. We do a lot of Indian cooking. Because Indian cooking has a lot of vegan options. So maybe we do a lot of spinach dishes.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So we can come, you tell us what you guys want, and maybe we'll do a cooking demo in the future. We do a lot of smoothies and soups because I have a 1-year-old. And so it is something that she can have and we can have. And
she loves it.
She loves spinach soup.
Wow.
And we can throw, one of the things is, I always bring it back to the gut microbiome, but one of the best ways you can improve your gut health and improve your gut microbiome is eating lots of different fruits and vegetables.
Different colors,
different types. So we really try to get a lot and a variety of fruits and vegetables in our diet. And so smoothies and soups, we throw a ton of things in there so that you're getting spinach, carrot, kale, celery, cucumber. We throw everything in there.
Apple, banana.
And you get a variety of stuff, and you feel good, because when you take good care of your health and your gut health and you eat right, serotonin increases, your mood feels better, then you're going to feel more like giving to other people. And then it comes back.
Did you draw the poster behind you?
I didn't draw it. I got a pink piece of paper, and then we drew the letters, and then we cut it out, and then I cut these hearts, and then we just glued it on.
That's really nice. That could almost be a t-shirt too.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you win. And even if you didn't, that just like you said in your speech, you're just going to have somebody encourage you. And if you win, they congratulate you.
Yes.
But either way, you had fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we had fun. And importantly, we are just excited to spread kindness.
Yeah.
And we hope and we encourage, and if we can just inspire anybody, young or old, to just do simple acts of kindness to boost your happiness and boost your health. That's the secret to living a long, healthy life, where we can all thrive, is to be kinder to our environment and ourselves and people.
I have, because I used to live in the desert, it gets very, very hot there. And so on my car dashboard, it's a thing you can buy, a little bit thick. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a custom made thing, but all the cars do it. It's just to give an extra level of protection so your dashboard doesn't crack in the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but when you buy them, and I happen to have a Toyota, so I just got it at the Toyota dealership for just a few dollars more, you can have a personalized message that you can read on it. And it's just so funny because I don't know why I chose this, but mine says be kind.
Oh, that's so nice.
So when I'm driving, if I get frustrated or somebody cuts me off, I see these big letters, be kind. And then I think to myself, well, maybe their dog just died. Or, I instead of flipping them off or getting angry or honking, so I have this thing. So it's like an affirmation whenever I drive, just says be kind. So,
and if you have, so you keep it when your car is off, right? To prevent it.
Yeah. This thing is permanent. It stays on. But when I
just think other people too, when they walk by your car in the parking lot or something, they also see that message. And it's just a little bit of a daily reminder. Sometimes we need reminders, that's okay to get that reminder. But when you see it, it just triggers that, take a deep breath. Let's help somebody out in some way. Just, say please or thank you. That goes a long way.
Right. Absolutely. There's somebody, isn't there, saying above all things, be kind?
Yes.
I've heard that somewhere. Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this work, Ariana. I wish you every success, and people are watching live, and I'm sure they're voting for you right now. Know that you can vote every 24 hours, and maybe share this video with your friend, or even just if they don't want to watch the video of the show, just the short video, the 2-minute speech, and share that with them and ask them to vote, because wouldn't it be great if one of our plant-based peeps came in first?
Thank you so much. Yes, exactly. Please vote. And we hope to spread our message of kindness. And we could use your support, your love, your help. So we're all rooting in this together, but we could use your help. So thank you, Chef AJ. You are phenomenal, wonderful. I will definitely be back, and your audience can let me know what they would like to hear, because in GI there's so much to talk about, but we can talk about whatever your audience would like. And maybe we'll come back on. We'll talk a little bit more about plant-powered children. We're going to have some videos coming this summer, some vegan cooking videos, and other things we can do for the environment, for animals, and just ways that we can help each other out. And yeah, maybe we'll do a cooking demo. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think that'd be great. The kids could come on, promote their channel, do a cooking demo, or you can come on and you could still do a cooking demo of gut-friendly dishes, but also people love to ask doctors questions specifically about gut health and what,
I love talking about that. That's like my passion. And I just think if we all understood more about our gut and our gut microbiome and our health and all the ways and things that we can do to improve our gut microbiome, then everybody would be living a healthier life. So
great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to see a few one.
We'll keep you updated. The voting ends Friday. And so just keep voting every day, guys. Thank you.
I know I follow you on Instagram. Are you asking people there to do it as well?
Yes, we're on Instagram, on my private Facebook, Doc Sarina. So we're reaching out to everybody and anybody. And I think I don't actually see it here, but do you have we have the link on this YouTube and maybe in the comments. And so anybody who's watching, please tweet, share on Instagram, share on Facebook, share the link widely, because we really need, hundreds and thousands of votes. And that's it. We need your help.
Great. Thanks so much. I appreciate
it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being kind, and voting for Ariana is a very kind thing to do. And thank you so much for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back in about 15 minutes when we have Rick Perry on, who's going to be doing some great recipes. And one of them's a smoothie, Ariana, your favorite. Take care. Bye-bye.